What we have for review today are Kellogg's low-fat granola with raisins, multi-grain cereal, 3 grams of fat per 55 grams, or 2/3 of a cup for this serving. They're whole oats, whole grain wheat with almonds. All right, let's dig right into it and see if this is healthy or not. It's advertised as a low-fat granola. Interesting. You look, same great taste. Start with the nutrition fact. All right. Nutrition facts is for serving size one container, 63 grams calories, 240 calories, and 30 of those being from fat. Total amount of fat, 3.5 grams, 5% of your daily value. Saturated fat, 0.5 grams, 3% of your daily value. Cholesterol, 0 milligrams. Sodium, 160 milligrams. A whopping 50 grams of carbohydrates, 70% of your daily value for the 63. So that's a lot of carbohydrates. 50 grams of carbohydrates. The total package is 63 grams of cereal, and that's one serving size. Sugars, of those 50 grams, not as bad. There's only 18 grams of sugar of the 50 grams of carbohydrates and 6 grams of protein. A little bit more than the average. All right, let's go through the ingredients here. Whole grain rolled oats, whole grain wheat, sugar, rice, corn syrup, raisins, almonds, and 2% of the less of glycerin, palm oil, molasses, modified cornstarch, salt, cinnamon, non-fat milk, malt flavoring, polyglycerol esters of fatty acids, whatever that is, BHT for freshness, and gar gum. Okay, so I don't particularly think this is healthy. High glycemic index, yes, 6 grams of protein, not bad. Lower on the sugars, there are more carbs from grains rather than sugars, but there is 18 grams of sugars. So having this advertised as a low fat, yeah, sure. There is only 3.5 grams of fat, but look at all that carbohydrates. I hope you're running a few miles every day if you're going to eat this. So if you're not burning those carbohydrates, they're getting stored straight to fat. Carbohydrates and sugars become fat in the biochemical pathways of the body if they're not used. So just keep that in mind. So yes, it may be low actual fat, but the amount of carbohydrates, that's a different story. All right. Very nice texture. Let's go ahead and pour this out in a bowl. Take a look at it. All right, there you see the raisins. They're kind of like oats, like oatmeal. This reminds me of clustered oatmeal that's sugar, that's been sugared with or coated with sugar. Very few raisins. What I like to do with these when they say they add raisins, I like to pick it out to show how pathetic it is. Some cases it's actually not bad, but sure enough, here we're going to show you exactly how pathetic the raisin contents are, which are actually probably the healthier component of this item. Oats aren't too bad. There's definitely a bunch of rolled oats in here. Okay, I think I got them all. The texture of this is definitely hard. They're not as crispy or crunchy like wheat flakes. It is definitely like you take a granola bar and crushed it up. I would say that the best use of this isn't just eating it as a cereal. I wouldn't recommend eating this just alone as a cereal. What I would do with this and what I have done with this in the past is I'll make oatmeal and I'll sprinkle this onto the oatmeal. And it adds a nice sweet flavor, so I don't need to add any other sugar. And it has some granola custards as well as some raisins. But let's put these raisins off to the side and see how many there actually are. Again, pathetic. I can even count these. It's so bad. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. 17 raisins. Oh, come on. That's terrible. No, and there aren't any more in here. 17 raisins and the granola. Anyway, see how it tastes. 18 raisins. Definitely a positive crunch to it. Sweet. You can taste the cinnamon. I definitely recommend this as an adjunct to an oatmeal. Adding a little bit of this into oatmeal a big bowl of plain oatmeal will definitely go a long way. Make it taste a little bit better, give it a little bit extra crunch to the soggy texture of oatmeal. It has a little bit of cinnamon, brown sugar flavor. I think is great. All right, this is definitely a tertiary food, the raisins being a primary, since they're just desiccated grapes or dried grapes. This right here being highly processed tertiary food. Where does this fall on my health continuum? 0 out of 10. I'll give it a 4.5. I'll give it a 5 out of 10. This is give or take. I would say give or take, and if you add it to stuff, if you add it to an oatmeal, it'll start climbing up. But it in and of itself alone, take it or leave it. High, but with keeping that in mind, high carbohydrate consequence at 50 grams per serving. Out of 62 grams of food, 50 grams of carbohydrates, and 18 of those being from added sugar. All right, I hope you liked this review. Give it a thumbs up if you liked it. Please hit the subscribe button if you like listening to my reviews about how healthy or unhealthy foods are and me just breaking them down, tasting them, and giving them a rating. Again, give it a thumbs up if you liked it. Thanks for watching. Take care. Bye-bye.